All right, hello, this is Mr. Woodruff, and I'm here to show you how to finish up this Mousetrap car assembly. So far we've put on the two side rails, we've adjusted the side rails, we've put on the axles, we've adjusted the axles. Next, we have to add the wheels. So under the assembly tab here, I'm gonna click add component or insert component, and I'm gonna add a wheel. I'm gonna click open, and hopefully it opens. And then I've stuck a wheel, but look at how giant that wheel is. That's way too big for my Mousetrap car. So we need to adjust the size of the wheel. So on the left-hand side here, I'm going to minimize the axle, and I'm going to come down here to wheels, and I'm going to click the little arrow next to wheels, and I'm going to come down to this boss extrude, click the arrow next to the boss extrude, and hit sketch. And this should allow me to adjust the size of my wheels. Oh, I forgot a step. I'm going to click sketch, and then edit sketch. Okay, this part is not mated. Okay, let's mate it first. So actually, we'll mate it. No, we won't. We'll change the size of it first. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's change the size of this. It's a 6-inch wheel, but my base isn't that long. So let's double click on here and change this to let's make it a 3.5-inch wheel, 3.5 inches. Click OK. That's still pretty darn big. So I'm going to change this down. Let's just change it for the sake of this to 2-inch wheel. That looks pretty good. Then up here in the upper left-hand corner or right-hand corner, I'm going to click exit this, edit, exit again. And now I've got a wheel on here. And now I want to attach that wheel to my axles. So I'm going to come up here to mate. I'm going to click the inside of the wheel. Zoom in inside of the wheel to the outside of the axle. And I am going to click the green check mark. Zoom out a little bit, zoom back in. Now, I can slide this wheel off and on though. So that's an issue. So I need to continue mating here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the outside of the wheel to select the outside of the wheel. And then I'm going to click just the very end of the axle. And now that wheel, after the green check mark, I can't move it anymore. Now I can move the axle in and out, but the wheel is stuck to the axle. Okay, let's insert another wheel. So I'm going to hit the red check or the red X to get out of mate. And I'm going to insert another component. This time I'm going to insert a wheel. You should notice that this time when I insert the wheel, it's the same size as the other wheel. Perfect. I'm going to click left click to set that wheel for a second. And then I'm going to come back to mate, right? Click on the inside of the wheel, the outside of the axle. Boom, those are mated. Green check mark. Then the outside of the wheel to the very tip of the axle. Mate those. And boom, I'm halfway done, right? So I've got my wheels on here. I could increase the size of the wheels. And you are going to assemble one of these here anyway for me in a little bit. So don't worry about that too much. Let's hit the red X to get out of mate. Insert another component. Let's put another wheel in there. And in fact, let's just do both wheels at the same time. So I insert one wheel, insert another component, choose the wheel again, click open, and we'll put the other wheel up here. And now let's mate these together. So again, mate inside of the wheel. See if we can get it to show. Nope, I got to turn this a little bit. Inside of the wheel. Why isn't that showing? There it is. Inside of the wheel, outside of the axle, green check mark. And then let's pull this off. The outside of the wheel to the outside of the axle, green check mark. Boom. And now I should be able to move this, but I guess I can move it through the part, but whatever. Let's just set it there. Zoom out. We're still in mate, right? So the inside of this wheel with the axle, and then green check mark, outside of the wheel with the very tip of the axle, green check mark. And now I've got my Mousetrap car assembly, Control 7, boom, my Mousetrap car is done. What I want to do is click the X to get out of mates. I want to rebuild this part and then save. And I want to save all of the parts. And now I've got a Mousetrap car assembly, Mousetrap car assembly to submit in Canvas. So what I want you to do now is upload this SolidWorks file into Canvas and submit that assignment in Canvas. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope this helped you create your Mousetrap car assembly.